Hello, my name is Sarah Feeman, and this is my presentation on integrated leadership. I would like to first begin by going over Gill's holistic leadership approach. Gill's leadership approach states that effective leaders are built from 6 competencies: vision, purpose, values, strategy, empowerment, and engagement. Beginning with vision, a vision should be valid and appealing and produce an image in the mind of what the future will or could be. The vision of an organization is a compass that drives organizational change. Next, we have purpose. There needs to be a driving purpose to the vision that is appealing to employees and shareholders. It should describe an organization's distinctiveness, intended product or services and markets, and core values. It captures and provides organizations and identity. Values are principles or standards that are considered to be important or beneficial. Values that are shared among the organization and its employees and shareholders should be built into the vision, purpose, and subsequent strategy phase. In regards to strategy, developing good business ethics serves as a code of conduct for the group and the organization. It is the method for pursuing the vision and responding to the need for and creating change. A strategy is needed to implement the mission that is built from the vision and purpose of an organization and is informed by its core values. Empowerment is then required to give people the knowledge, skills, self confidence, opportunity, freedom, authority, and resources to manage themselves and be accountable for their performance. Again, empowerment is needed to implement the strategy built on the vision and purpose of an organization. The final piece is engagement. Engagement occurs when leaders encourage their followers and inspire motivation to do what needs to be done. Engagement is an important step because it is the extent to which people in an organization willingly and even eagerly give up their discretionary effort over and above doing what they have to do. All of the competencies are integral pieces that need to be weighed and carefully planned in order to reach effective leadership. Next, I would like to discuss my integrated model of leadership. The central goal is to be an effective leader. Effective leaders are built from the 6 competencies: vision, purpose, values, strategy, empowerment, and engagement. Each of the 6 competencies, indicated by the arrow pointing inwards to the central goal of effective leadership, are essential for building an effective leader. Effective leaders are maintained by constant examination and reassessment of those same competencies over time. In addition, there is also the shared relationships that exist among the competencies which is indicated by the double arrows. This represents those reciprocal connections between and among those competencies. These double arrows indicate the need to regularly check in order to ascertain that each competency is still being addressed appropriately and adequately. Each is built off of the other and must be revisited and reconsidered periodically to ensure enlightenment with vision, purpose, and values. Looking over my leadership self assessment results, my highest score was in shared values. In regards to shared values, I do have a good understanding of the shared values of my organization, and I do promote alignment with those values and within my organization and division. Although sometimes they do not align, I do make decisions independently that incorporate those values. My strengths in this area are that I truly believe in the values of my organization and share those values with my research team. My weakness is that I have difficulty with confrontation, and when shared values with the university are not in congruence with the values of a senior level colleague, I often feel that I have little to no recourse. In order to support my own professional development, I will observe my senior level leaders to determine what behaviors are most effective in communicating and obtaining consensus. Just learning how to communicate effectively and interact efficiently with my trainees and colleagues will contribute to a better goal in creating shared values. I will locate resources to help me hone my speaking skills in order to be a more efficient and effective communicator. My next highest score was in the strategy category. Strategy, I am effective at clarifying the problem before planning a solution and identifying the appropriate information prior to making decisions. I always encourage people to act on information over assumptions. Although I am not great at seeking different views before attempting to solve a problem, I have the habit of using the same or a familiar strategy to approach problems that I've had experience with in the past. My strength in this area is that I am an analytical thinker. I will define the problem and consider the plan to obtain the goal before I even start working towards a solution. Also, I think it is very important to base decisions on facts. Although I do recognize that there are times when facts should be combined with experience to determine the best course of action and to avoid making assumptions or applying bias to decision making. In order to improve others' behaviors, I will start with improving my own. Specifically, I am not consistent in approaching a problem from different views prior to implementing an action plan. Especially if it is a situation I have encountered before, I am apt to approach it as I have in past instances. I have been in my current position for a long time, so there is very rarely a situation that I have not yet encountered. This results in my consistent approach to the similar situations I encounter. To improve, my goal is to take the extra time to consider the problem from different views and hope to find a better, if not different, solution that may be more efficient. Following strategy, empowerment was my next highest scoring assessment category. In empowerment, I create processes for collaborating and offer people an active role in decision making about matters that affect them. I ensure that the processes for collaborative leadership are transparent to all employees. I have a strong focus on continuous learning and innovation. I have the confidence, competencies, and desire to be empowered. Unfortunately, I am only restricted by my workplace situation, as my boss does not embody empowerment. Following empowerment, we have the vision category. Vision with vision, I am usually considering my organization's mission and or vision while I conduct myself in the organizational environment, and I can explain a personal vision that offers an achievable future. My strengths in this area are that I truly believe in the mission of research conduct at the university and the ethics of following the regulations of the university and federal regulations. My weakness is that I have a difficulty with confrontation, and it can be challenging when I receive pushback from a medical student or resident regarding adhering to a particular code because they think that it is superfluous. However, as Gill notes, vision can have benefits that increase a standard of excellence to aim for and encourages improvement. My own support for the vision helps me to further the mission to others that I am supervising. Again, in order to improve others' behaviors, I will start with improving my own. Just learning how to communicate effectively and interact efficiently with my trainees and colleagues will contribute to a better goal of upholding and communicating the university's mission. Regarding engagement, I am not a leader in my work environment, but I think that everyone has a role and influences each other. I do try to engage my senior level colleagues and my coworkers. I think we make each other better in our work environment. Gill states that language is one's most powerful tool. Without without communication skills, a leader will fail to have an impact. I do have the ability to communicate with others. However, my weakness comes in speaking to large groups. On a one-on-one basis or in small groups, I am able to maintain language, rhetoric, and framing. However, in a large group setting, I lose my ability to sustain confidence and conviction. Working in smaller groups is my strength. In order to continue to be successful in my career, I place myself in work positions that do not require large group interactions. By working in smaller groups, I am able to be a better employee and communicate with my supervisors and coworkers at an optimal level. Not only does this benefit my own professional development, but results in a more efficacious environment for my colleagues. Overall, learning to effectively and efficiently communicate to my senior level colleagues and leaders and to gain proficiency at speaking in front of larger groups is part of my professional leadership development plan. So, in addition to, my goal is to complete the MS in Applied Analytics from St. Louis University and to secure a position and use my strengths to advance within that position. My short term goal, which will assist in the completion of my long term goal of the MS in Applied Analytics, is to be a more effective communicator. I will do this by seeking opportunities to practice public speaking. This includes speaking informally in front of small or large groups, finding resources to learn new communication skills, and to bolster the skills I already have, and to find opportunities to engage senior level staff in order to further my career prospects. Thank you all for your time, and I hope you have a good evening. Thank you so much.